I think the most fundamental thing about Heroes, it's kind of like the old Cheers show. It's a place where everybody will get you. If you have been in the military or you are a military spouse, this is a place where you can go that people who don't know your particular story know your story. It's a place where you can be comfortable in that. I think that's the biggest benefit, just to be with people who will understand you, who understand your life context, and you can just be yourself and enjoy yourself and do some interesting things along the way. And it's there because some incredibly generous people see that as a value and have given us these great gifts that are great blessings to be able to take care of ourselves.
This is the first duty station I've been to which didn't have a large military presence. There's only 60 soldiers, where usually I'm on an installation that has, 10,000 soldiers. Reboot provided women, veterans, and if their spouse was in the military, tools to help them deal with just everyday life. And I feel like everyday life is already hard, but then being on top of that, adding the military along with it, gives it another kind of edge. And so it provided some modalities to help women. So yoga, mindfulness, meditation. We all kind of got vulnerable like day one. And I think once you become vulnerable, you just kind of become closer automatically, talking about things that have happened to you. Other people were dealing with the same thing that I felt. And I felt like we were able to just day one, just kind of just unleash all of these things that we were like holding on to.
And I always thought, what a tragedy that someone puts their life on their line, they go to a foreign country in a hostile conflict, and then they come home and they lose the very relationship that they were seeking to protect. And so very deep down, and as a veteran myself, just being able to be here for the men and women who have put on the uniform, have been willing to answer the call, that if I can come and just give them some tools and some skills to help them communicate, to work through the rough parts of their relationship so they can really have and enjoy the life and the liberty and the pursuit of happiness and the joy of life for the reason that they put the uniform on.
I've actually never gone shooting, so we got to do the Cape Gunworks event. That was kind of awesome because it brought me to his world, and I've always wanted to, but it's like an intimidating thing to shoot a gun if you've never shot one.
It's fun to see her excited to learn something that I've done, and it also forced me outside of my comfort zone, definitely, because I had to use language that she would understand, that I could talk to another veteran about that she wouldn't.
I was like eating it up. I loved the knowledge and be able to like absorb his world, but then also to have the professional instructors and get that kind of feedback, and then be with other service members and see how they do and how they interact.
The thing that Heroes in Transition has allowed us to do, the family camps, the horse camps, the couples retreats, but especially with the family camps, it's been the difference between our family not having any time away as a family, like going on vacation, things that most families do, it's not really possible. So with the horse camps, not only have we been able to get time away as a family, but Emily's been able to participate as well by getting on a horse herself and being supported. And that's just been wonderful to see her be able to participate in that. You don't want to miss the opportunity to make memories with your family. What you put into it and what you take out of it are two very different things, because you really don't put much of anything into it. But what you take away is relationships, new relationships with other people, other families, and just such fantastic memories for your kids. They take away so much more than anyone would ever even put in. I mean, I know Heroes in Transitions puts a tremendous effort into these camps and these activities, but I think just the memories that the children take away are so much more than even the effort that is put into them. It's priceless.
You get in touch with these animals and you're around them, it's just everything else kind of melts away. All the worries, all the anxiety and everything else. I mean, there's nothing else you can really think about when you're around such an animal besides focusing on them and making sure that they're focused on you as well.
The Equine Warrior program is amazing because you get to deal with someone outside of yourself, outside of your family, and something that you don't get to do all the time, being around the horses and taking care of them and learning how to connect with them on a different level than just going and the horse already being tacked up and hopping on a riding. You're actually doing everything from turning them out in the morning, feeding them, haying them, cleaning them up afterwards, to learn how to use your energy positively really made the whole weekend really great for me. I felt a lot different coming home from that than going into it.
It is more than just the horses. So I just finished up a session with the group explaining to them about Reiki. And I went through a guided meditation with them to kind of just open them up, get everybody nice and relaxed and calm. So anybody that is ever feeling any worry, any pain, any fear, any negative emotions, trying to kind of teach them a technique that they can do every day, or they can do as little as or as much as they want to do it, and they can practice healing themselves.
It was about creating a bond with her, you know, spending time with her. We did get to ride the horses, but it was all about getting a bond with this animal. When I first met this animal, she wanted nothing to do with me. And now she follows me around like a puppy dog. It's pretty cool.
They're the boots on the ground. They're the ones that have lived the service lifestyle and are now giving back. They are dedicated to the mission of Heroes. They're dedicated to the people who come to participate, and they are committed beyond just their every day-to-day life. It's a family feel in an organization that's larger than just a family.
You help people who are down in a slump a lot of times, who are people who, when they get out of that slump, turn around and do amazing things. So you really turn around lives to go back and give back. Because they originally joined a lot of times to do something that meant something. They hit a rock, they hit a stone, they ended up with, you know, some pretty bad trauma or whatever it was that caused them to have a roadblock, need a little help getting out of it. And then when they get out of it, they turn around and do some pretty wonderful things after they turn around from that.
The folks you're going to meet are phenomenal people, and the things you get to experience are just great opportunities, and it's well worth your time, and it will enrich your life.
I love Heroes in Transition because they're honoring military families and veterans all throughout the year.
It's worth it. It opens up a whole nother world for you that you probably don't expect or won't expect. Once you get involved with this program, you'll never feel alone ever again.